Here's the thing. I have no idea what part of this was anime only and what was manga. I still think this was one of the beastliest fucking episodes of this entire show. Oh my gosh. Susanoo, mine on some, her pumpkin on some DBZ type shit. Esdeath's like, oh fuck this shit, I'm freezing time, motherfuckers. I'm sorry. This was just so beast. It was, wow. I finished watching, I went into this episode expecting it to suck. And by the end, I was just like, I was thinking to myself, that pumpkin power boost that was enough to kill Budo or Bodu, whatever. I was thinking, is this an ass pull? And then after that happened, I'm like, it doesn't even matter if it's an ass pull because mine died, which was a very nice scene. I think that was just the cherry on top. Not because I wanted her to die, but it was just so emotional. On top of like this incredibly action-packed episode, it's like, no, like there is some loss here. You know, it's not the typical, oh, we're gonna get a power boost and we're gonna kick some ass, one-shot these fuckers and then just walk away. No. Like there was some serious loss, both mine and Susanoo, from what I can tell. Like that was Susanoo's death. The tension was well built in this, I think, for the most part. The fights looked amazing. And as opposed to last week, because last week I complained, because you could tell, like even from an anime-only perspective, you can tell that there was some information missing, some stuff that we didn't get to see. This, I think, works well. There's nothing that really stands out as like, oh shit, unless, you know, you've read the manga and then you realize, oh, they're skipping this or they did this to compensate for whatever. But this episode, as an anime-only watcher, the narrative that the anime studio decided to use for this episode makes perfect sense. Like, because I have nothing to compare it to, so it's kind of, okay, there's nothing that stands out as being bullshit from this. Which brings me to a question. How likely do you guys think that White Fox, who is in charge of this anime, is working with the mangaka to have some manga-related stuff in this? Because see, if I were a mangaka and a studio said to me, hey, we're going to give your manga an anime, but it's only going to be for 25 episodes. I, as a creator of the story, would try and work as close as I could to the studio to make sure that maybe not all parts of the story, but at least the essence of the story gets captured in those 25 episodes. I feel like this episode just had a lot of really good stuff, you know? Just even like the little stuff like Lubok's bombs that he was able to place in the Colosseum, and then mine getting her ass beat up until that last moment because she really isn't all that strong, right? And then Leone stepping in to save her, stuff like that. The camaraderie that these girls have, because it's basically, now it's just Tatsumi and the girls. Just these little things that go perfectly well with the type of characters that we've gotten to know along the show. Like Esdeath, right? Instead of sparing Tatsumi or just being like, no, fuck, I'm gonna kill you, the way that she rationalizes the execution is just so in character for her, because she's like, okay, I'm gonna try and kill you, but whether you live or die depends on your will to live. Because for her, the execution isn't really about like this moral or ethical dilemma. It's just about, well, let's see if you're strong enough to survive this. And if you're strong enough, that's good. And if you're too weak, you're gonna die. That's always been her rationality, which is why by the end, when she's fighting Susanoo, she's like, your name is Susanoo. I will remember you as a worthy warrior. And it doesn't even matter that Susanoo is an imperial arm, because to her, somebody's worth is completely related to the merits of their strength. That's all she cares about. You know what? Even though like Susanoo and mine's death are sad, honestly, if they were gonna die, like if that was a thought that was in the creator's mind from the get-go, honestly, I could not imagine a better death for them. You know, Susanoo sacrificing himself, you know, doing one of the most human things he can do, which is showing compassion, and then mine just finally, you know, just kissing Tatsumi and just saying, "Hey, I'm already on the winning side. It's cool." It was really sad, but it was just great. Next week, according to the preview, we're gonna get Akame versus Kurome, which this episode also works to set up. So I like that. And it's interesting because Wave, I think, is the one who asks, why would Esdeath be interested in like killing Tatsumi? And Kurome says something pretty cool. She says, well, if he's gonna die anyway, and you love somebody, then maybe there's more significance if somebody who loves you ends up killing you, if you're gonna die anyway. You know, it's kind of related to, like, you know, euthanasia and stuff like that, in a sense. And she says the same thing that I think Akame once said, which is like, it's because I love my sister that I want to be the one to kill her. Overall, I thought this episode worked well. I thought it was just great, incredibly enjoyable. I liked it a lot, but maybe you manga readers didn't. If so, or if you did, let me know in the comment section below. Like the review, I appreciate that. And subscribe to my channel to get more Akame Ga Kill reviews. Catch you guys later. This was great.